Okay folks, this is going to be a quick tutorial on some 3D printing stuff. To get started with that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw this guy right here. We have lovingly named him Little Sebastian, as you can tell from his resemblance to the real Little Sebastian. So, to get started drawing this thing, what we're going to do, when you get a new document going here, okay, so I'm going to run through this kind of quick. You should be pretty proficient at CAD at this point if you're trying to 3D print something, so you shouldn't need a ton of help here. We're going to start off by doing a 0.375 by 0.375 box. A little cheat there to make us a little faster. We're going to extrude this guy out 0.375 as well. Got a box there. I'm going to toss a surface on the top. I'm going to toss a circle in the middle of that. And I am going to tangent all of my edges to there. Now that I have that done, I'm going to extrude this up. We're going to be extruding this up 1/8 of an inch. 0.125 is the decimal equivalent of 1/8 of an inch, if you don't know that. Now we're going to come on here, we're going to draw the shoulders of Little Sebastian. As you can see, this is just jumping back to the one I have drawn already. He has two shoulders. They are slightly different for reasons I'll get into in a second here. So, there's that. Little Sebastian's shoulder comes over 0.25 and comes down 0.125. Again, that's 1/8 of an inch. We're going to extrude that out, and that is actually going to come out 1/8 of an inch as well, just like that. We're going to click OK. Now that I have that side done, I'm going to flip around to the other side and draw another shoulder on there. Again, coming over 1/4 of an inch. Numbers on this are just designed to be easy, base 8 numbers, so based on 1/8 of an inch. We're going to extrude this guy out just like that, and we're pretty close to having a Little Sebastian here. As you can see with the original Little Sebastian here, there are some fillets on this side, and we're doing that for a reason. The reason those fillets are there is to show you how 3D printers print differently with rounded edges versus square corners. So, by putting radiuses here, what I'm actually doing is I'm minimizing my need for support structure. In a little bit you'll see some of that support structure get generated, but in the case of this, when I look at these two different edges, this side over here, where I've got a 90-degree corner up here, there's no way this plastic is going to get printed out of the filament or out of the extruder. There's no way the filament's going to get extruded out and actually maintain that shape. Instead, we're going to need to build a whole bunch of support structure in here to support that square 90-degree corner. On this side of Little Sebastian, in this armpit, you might say, we've put a big fillet there. And what that's going to allow us to do is slowly build up to that structure. So that's just kind of a design consideration you might want to make. In Little Sebastian, we just did it so you can see how stuff prints differently. So that's all ready to go, and that's all good. And we're pretty much done here with the CAD side of things. So before we wrap up this video, what I do want to show you is how we're going to export this. 3D printing has pretty much its very own file type. We're going to access that by coming up here to File, Export, CAD Format, and we're going to be exporting as an STL. There you can see the STL there. We'll name this. You can see I've been working on Little Sebastian all afternoon. I'm yet to figure out how to spell the word Sebastian, but that's okay. There's Little Sebastian. We'll throw an underscore in there, make Mr. Felbo happy. Underscore. This is going to be Little Sebastian 55. So that pretty much wraps it up for the CAD side of things. I'm going to make 2 videos that come after this in sequence that will be addressing how to print this on the Dremel 3D printers or how to print this on the MakerBot 3D printers. Thanks for sticking with me.